So a few weeks back we had Monde on the show, and as you could see, Monde has a lot to share, educate and inform us as a spinning community. So we couldn't package it in one episode, we had to package it in two, and today is part two. Listen up, watch closely and be educated and informed. Hit me up, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Vic Pardal. Hit me up with the inbox, an SMS, or WhatsApp, whatever it takes to engage in a conversation with myself. If there's any comments, statements, any subject you want to highlight around spinning, hit me up, engage in a conversation. We will gladly try and get your comments, statements, or just the people you want to see on this couch on Spin Sessions.
Spinning started there in the townships. That's where exactly spinning started.
The birth, absolutely.
For black people.
No, for sure.
Okay? We don't know what white people and other races were doing in their own space because we never knew donuts, but there were donuts.
No, definitely.
And we were calling it spinning, but it's donuts to white people. So spinning does not belong to black people.
No, but I will accredit spinning to its birthplaces in black townships.
Because of what I just said, of poverty, of politics, black versus white, celebrating black success over white. When one of the guys dies in the time of burial, only when the box goes down, salute, then it's done. No more gunshots.
Yeah.
But today, it's gunshots the whole week before a spinner is buried.
Sure.
Today, it was not done like that in the olden days. Because it was a sign of paying respect to that guy. Today, it's about how many my magazine can take, how big my gun. It's about what I have.
A celebration of wealth or brand?
I think it's celebration of
ownership?
foolishness because all these things are just stupid things for us to celebrate.
Okay.
There is just no legitimacy in all these things that we are celebrating as black people. We're celebrating jealousy. We're celebrating when one man falls instead of picking up that man and say, let's walk together.
Let me help you.
We don't do that. We don't do that in spinning, you know that. The only thing we're looking for is a reason to hate, is Monde to fail. Then everyone can laugh and say, yeah, you know.
Do you feel that you are target of many people's envy or a lot of people's envy? Do you feel you have a lot of haters out there?
Man, I think I would be giving myself too much credit, or they are doing so. I know that everyone envies to be Wheelz N Smoke. Even the other current existing spinning arenas.
Okay.
They want to be Wheelz N Smoke. They want to do what Wheelz N Smoke does.
Why?
Because of its success, constant success. We've been there, Vic.
No,
every Thursday, raining, cold, or dry. We've been there with 20 people or 3,000 people. I did Wheelz N Smoke, opened it for free for the first 4 months without charging a cent. That was a cost from another man's pocket. I was paying for everything, tires, everything.
Agreed.
Then I started charging $20, not to enrich or fill my pocket. I invested, I put money in spinning, a lot of money.
For sure.
I'm still prepared to put money in spinning because I have it. It's my money. I'm not apologetic about that. Hate me if you want to. Because you envy to have what I have. You envy to do what I can do. But the thing is, I can always do better than you. Always, if I want to.
If you put your mind to it.
If I put my mind into anything, I do it, and I do it successfully. So,
Let's talk about the successes of Wheelz N Smoke. When did Wheelz N Smoke open?
beginning of end of 2012, started operating professionally with sanctioning of MSA 2013.
Okay, so
The reason why sanctioning of MSA,
let's talk about that.
There is a lot of, I don't know how to put it, but hatred, if I may put it so. We knew MSA through another guy, and we went to MSA many times to ask them to work with us. We were chased out of MSA offices not once, many times, before we could sit and talk sense and listen from us, before the first ever event in Kimberley Mats. But before that happened, those guys did not see humans in us. That is MSA. As Monde, I never liked MSA. I don't like MSA even today, never get that wrong. I don't like MSA as the only government body that sanctions or administrates sport in South Africa that was established prior 1994.
Yeah.
That is MSA, which then revolved only amongst white citizens of South Africa.
Because motorsport was a white-orientated motorsport. So motorsport traditionally, historically, was a white-dominated sport. And that is why I think spinning is done so well, is because spinning destroys those barriers. Spinning crosses all races, faces, and different shoelaces. That's my line. I say it all the time because no matter if you're wearing an expensive shoe or normal sneaker, no matter what color skin you wear, what background you come, spinning, even though it started from them black townships, has now united all races and faces. It's done that, and it's the only motorsport in this country, Monde, that has done that successfully. The only motorsport.
Yeah, thank you. You know, I respect you, Vic Pardal. I respect you because since I've been in this journey, you've always been there for me.
No, I'm grateful. We are from each other.
You correct me if I'm wrong, but you are the first person amongst us all in spinning who knew about MSA because you've been involved with other motorsport facets other than spinning. We only got MSA now in 2009, 2010. MSA has been there for years.
Long time.
Okay. To go back to what you said earlier when you were talking about JOG and MSA.
Yeah.
After having lost numbers, they needed those numbers.
Yeah, I agree with that. I know that.
They knew the database of GSA. They knew how many numbers we have in GSA. So they had to now listen to us because government said to them,
you got to help these guys out.
It's democracy now. We're talking rapid transformation in everything in South Africa.
Let me ask you something, and I'm going to call it a square. Do you think Motorsport South Africa is only getting involved with spinning from a money income point of view, or do you think they genuinely want to assist spinning to grow fruitfully in our country?
Honestly, I think that time has gone past now for MSA.
Okay.
Either they like it or not. MSA is dead.
Sure.
MSA...
That's a big statement.
Is...
dead in spinning or as a whole?
Is dead in all motorsport facets. Ask me Ask me, Vic.
I'm asking. I want to know.
You go to drag racing in Talton.
Yeah.
How many competitors?
On a good day, we'll have about, depends what event, call it 75 if it's a proper day event. If it's a practice, I'll say a practice event like street to strip, like your Thursday nights, there will be like 160 drivers. But a competitive day, there will maybe 69
That's a lot.
drivers.
160, that's a
But
lot.
that's like a Thursday night for you.
Okay. In spinning, do you think you know how many drivers are in South Africa?
I know. So the build up to this conversation with you, you obviously know that there's now another
I know
organization.
exactly how many, after having traveled, have collected that database. I know each and every province that it's got how many spinners. Okay? And it's my information. Because
sure.
I volunteered to do that work. I was not doing
For
it
yourself?
for MSA.
Okay, so
I
that's
was
what I want to
doing
clarify.
it for the betterment of spinning. Vic, I have owned Wheelz N Smoke for years. I have never got a cent from government, nor MSA, nor a political party. I never got any promise that I'm going to be built a stadium or a grandstand.
Yeah, speak. I want you to speak.
For this fastest growing sport in South Africa.
Hands down.
But there are people, sorry to go there.
No, go there. I want you to go there.
Because if it was not for this and that, if we were pulling towards one direction,
Together.
as promoters, as spinners,
Together.
as family, spinning would have taken over MSA long ago.
Do you remember me standing up at the meeting with Motorsport South Africa all those years ago and saying, you know, all these guys are looking for an umbrella to fall under or an organization to fall under. When you are stronger as a whole, spinning as a whole is stronger than the organization you're trying to fall under?
I cannot disagree, Vic. You are 180% correct. You see, what people lack is thinking mind more than doing mind. In spinning, I don't blame them. There is no education, number one.
Agreed. In
Agreed.
education of
The
in spinning.
spinners,
in
the
spinning.
spinners themselves are not educated people.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I'm
so
going
I
to
just
be
want to
blunt.
clarify.
Yeah.
No, I want to clarify.
gonna
So
be
you're not
blunt.
talking about education as in learning how to conduct themselves as a professional athlete? Or you're talking about education
Not
normal,
about degrees or qualifications. I'm not going there. Educated,
As a sportsman.
up here as a sportsman.
As a professional
As a
athlete.
person you can sit next to and have a discussion and establish common goal. It never happened. It never happened. We set all these meetings. If it's not me, it must be you. We have had people forming organizations because they are promised that, and do it quickly, such that before end of July, bring this executive, then we can access this money.
Do you believe that's going to happen?
It nearly happened, up until a few individuals stood up and said, we were there before, why now him?
So I just,
Okay.
you know, there's so many avenues to explore with you, Monde.
And Vic, listen to this. We are motorsport.
Correct.
Spinning is motorsport. There is no doubt.
Absolutely.
I'm sitting in the MSA commission. I know each and every facet.
Did you volunteer to be in that position or did they recruit you? Because there's a misconception out there.
I listened to this carefully, and I'm not lying to you. I challenged the MSA about transformation.
Okay.
I wrote a series of letters to Adrian Scholes about black representation in MSA.
Okay.
Up until a level, I'm not going to mention names, out of MSA and spinning, up until a level of approaching SASCOC directly, Arts, Sports and Culture.
Okay.
We are black government, democratic government in South Africa. And if you have a body that governs sport in South Africa, but it's made of 99.99% white, the only black people are those two ladies that sit at receptionist capturing data and phoning you and receiving my calls asking for Karen or Adrian.
Okay. I agree.
That is me and MSA. There are universities here in South Africa with sports sciences as a career. Go to MSA and see if there is a student, an entrepreneur, or a student doing learnership at a government entity that is supposed to be prioritizing
Motorsport.
professionalism in motorsport.
I've been saying this for years, Monde. So long.
Those are the things I have been doing. Those are the things I have been trying to put together for spinning. I went past a stage of formalizing spinning. I did that in 2013 when I built Wheelz N Smoke. Wheelz N Smoke made spinning to be legal in South Africa. Why must I still fight with MSA to legalize spinning? Spinning has been legal long ago. I went past that stage. I've been owning Wheelz N Smoke. I told every province I went to that together, I'm not here selling Monde or Wheelz N Smoke. All I'm preaching for is unity. Together, we can defeat our enemy. We're not going to be in that executive or board if we are not part of MSA. You cannot fight an enemy from far. You need to be
From within.
inside. We need to outvote those people. How are we going to do that if we are not MSA? If government says MSA is the only regulatory body in South Africa, then why don't we take over MSA? Because we are MSA. How? Are we going to wait for 10 years until there is that voting meeting that happens in August? No, it's going to give us only 1 seat per annum. So it's going to take us 10 to 15 years to be 60% of MSA. Because now we must wait for this constitution that is built to suit their supremacy.
Do you feel...
So I am saying, we cannot wait for that. SASCOC, come on board. Let us dissolve what is there. Here I am with the numbers of spinning. Here is relevant people, educated people by means of profession, by means of professionalism as a sportsman. Try, test us. Why don't you take delegates from SAFA, from SARU, from ASA? Those are experienced administrative bodies in South Africa that have governed soccer, rugby, athletes for all these years. I'm not saying they are perfect, but why can't you take selective people from those associations and use them as the administrators or as the overseers of MSA to oversee us, not white people, to oversee us, because we are MSA. And then those small facets of MSA can have those 2 seats. Why must we have 1 seat, 2 seats over 5 years? Instead of having 18 seats out of 20, because numbers are saying it and approving it. If spinning have 2,000 numbers and all the other motorsports codes have 500.
Yeah. As in registered drivers.
Then
etc.
let us go that way. Government must come officiate it. SASCOC and Art, Sports and Culture together with IEC if it needs be. Independent Electoral Committee. Let it be dissolved. Invite all of them. That is what I was trying to achieve, Vic, by visiting all these provinces, by establishing an executive per province, and then out of that executive, I would be given a president and the general secretary. Those were the people that were going to attend meetings at MSA monthly with me. MSA was going to fund all those trips and accommodation and food. I was putting proposals, asking for money from SASCOC under the letterhead of MSA, because I cannot do this as Wheelz N Smoke. I've tried, but I was told
you're
we
not
cannot
a recognized
help Wheelz
entity.
N Smoke.
Yeah.
So that was what I was preaching when I was visiting these provinces. That, guys, I have tried. I have tried for years. I'm getting zero. Please let us work together so that spinning can win.
As a whole. As a whole.
Spinning can win, not Wheelz N Smoke. Wheelz N Smoke have tried on its own. It's going nowhere.
If motorsport had a higher position of which you could have more influence to assist spinning as a whole, would you take a position up?
I've done it before. I have risked my life many times. When I built Wheelz N Smoke, that was the biggest risk I took, because spinning belongs to a certain elite group. So if you are Monde and you came and built a spinning arena, who are you? Where were you then? Is it because you have money? So we come, we professionalize spinning. We are seen as threats, because now those who do not want to partake or travel together with us in the journey of professionalizing spinning. Some people don't want spinning to be professional intentionally so, because they know they have no space in professional spinning.
Sure. Do you know that Wayne Riddell has resigned from MSA?
It has come to my attention, and I cannot comment further about that. I don't know why.
So, again, I'll ask you the question: if the opportunity arose, and you could have more influence in motorsport's decision of handling spinning as a sport,
I wouldn't be in a position of handling spinning.
You would want to
personally, by means of qualifications and knowledge, test me, take me to an interview with all those white people at MSA and see if I cannot be the CEO of MSA.
Okay.
So I'm not there for spinning. Don't get that wrong. I'm not fighting for empty-minded people who see threat in me as if I'm taking spinning nowhere. No, I'm there to fight for other motorsport facets who are going nowhere because of white monopoly or because of power struggle. Because even in MSA, it's about power. Spinning is power. It's who is doing it. It can't be Monde.
Okay.
It's power struggle. So I'm not fighting for spinning, Vic.
You're fighting for motorsport
fighting
as a
for
whole.
transformation,
In motorsport.
the betterment and the corrective measures in the motorsport South Africa.
As a whole.
As a whole.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. If you had a magic wand, how would you want MSA to conduct itself going forward? If you could change everything like that right now, what would be your ultimate picture of Motorsport South Africa as a whole, as a governing body as a whole, and Motorsport South Africa assisting spinning growing to a better platform or a better level than what it is now?
It's a very complex question.
To answer,
I wouldn't answer it directly.
Okay.
You know, I don't think MSA have only undone spinning. They have undone themselves.
Sure.
I don't think Motorsport in South Africa is happy with MSA generally. I have consulted not only with spinners, but with a lot of people in the motorsport as a sport, not in MSA.
So, Monde, you know, you have to come back here because there are so many other subjects and things that I want to highlight from your aspect. But I got to touch the subject because this is what's happening now, and I want to know how you feel about it. So, you well aware there's another organization trying to accomplish what maybe GSA wanted to accomplish, and many organizations before it. So, Cospin in South Africa was come to being about a few weeks ago on a Sunday, as you're well aware of, and I do believe there's a lot of good intention there, and they wanting to unite spinning in a positive aspects in the same way that you have just shared your experience with traveling through South Africa. So they have invited a lot of key players and they've had a meeting, and I do believe that the intention is positive and good. This is also my opinion, I also believe that you got to be very careful and selective about who you choose to pioneer your organization to achieve its goals. I also believe that if you involve too many opinionators and people who share their opinion or want their decision or want their input to be of weight and decisions, it's gonna create a very tricky road. Instead of a straight A to B point, you're gonna hit a lot of curves, and your destination is gonna seemingly be a lot further from you. How do you feel about this new organization, and do you see its purpose being realized? Do you think that goal is going to be realized through car spinning South Africa?
I said to you, I am totally in full support of anything that is done right
Correctly.
for the success of spinning.
Salute.
I have nothing against car spinning South Africa, but just to second what you've just said, you cannot have a group of people wanting to be heads all at the same time, some driven by power. Because, again, Vic, I hear you say you believe in it.
I believe the intention is, I do believe, Monde, I really do believe that the intention is good and it's positive.
Did you believe to what I was doing? Or you never got to understand exactly what I was trying to do?
No, I understand perfectly what you're trying to do. It's just that people needed to know if Monde was doing it. You see, Monde, a lot of people out there thought that you almost had sold out to MSA. And I'm just speaking on, that is what a lot of people thought. And because you maybe didn't, or were quiet about it, or maybe weren't as well publicized transparently, people kept on almost, they followed that path or train of thought.
What causes that?
I mean, people not being informed.
It's illiteracy. It shows the level of thinking of those people. How do you form stories about a person?
Again, I say, Monde, I think
you know what I mean? And the same people that today are the heads of this car spinning South Africa are the same people who tried to defeat what I was doing. And you ask me, do I believe in that? Wait. When you choose, when you select, you just said it yourself. when you select leaders based on what? On a big mouth, by being loud on social media, by having good English, by hosting 100 events that are all failures. What exactly makes you a leader? When you go to an interview for a position to be a president of a group or an association or a company, what are you measured at? By talking too much on Facebook?
You measured by
being able to write open letters to MSA or to prove to others that I'm not scared of Monde as an individual. Vic, I told everyone that I went to in these provinces that I'm not scared of them. I'm a man. I'm 42 years old now. I'm not scared of even one man. Do you hear me right? No. But I respect everyone in this world. Everyone. And if you come to me, you laugh, you smile, we shake hands, we agree about a way forward. The moment you turn your back to me, you become a nation, a certain race that is spineless. Sure. That goes back and say, this bastard, because he has got money, that has what put him where he is today in spinning. Yes, that's true, because I invested my money in spinning. I am still pushing for spinning. But now, because I am doing it and I am doing it right, you say, no, it's not gonna happen. I have people, I don't want to mention names of programs that people held, that people resigned on those programs that they founded and said, no, I'm not part of this program and no more because it's such a failure. Why would you found something and because now it's unsatisfactory, people are not able, and you say, fuck this shit. I'm not part of it anymore. 3 weeks later or 4 weeks later, you start a chat group. You involve your friends, you add them. You ask your friend to add Monde, not yourself. Mm-hmm. And you threaten me by saying, if I'm not contributing in this nonsense group, then you're gonna remove me. Then I don't contribute. Then Wani removed me in that group because I was not contributing. What made him to add me again in that group? Because I'm in that group now and I'm not commenting. I'm just watching them, advertising their shows, gaining shine about Dickie's passing, something that touched us deeply as family. Absolutely. Something that had to be respected and be given to Dickie's people to do what they want to Dickie. But now today, 1 million people found shine about Dickie's death on Facebook. We have heroes today about Dickie's death, people that we don't know in spinning. Why didn't you show him love when he was still alive and kicking? Why didn't you show him that love when he was eating in the dustbins? Why didn't you show him that love when Dickie was admitted in hospital asking for help? I was there, but I was not posting it on Facebook that I'm assisting Dickie. He's gone today, but I have witnesses because he was living with people. Call all these people today who have got 100 posts about Dickie's death, and you tell me those people are leaders.
I'm not telling you that.
You said you believe in that thing.
No. What I said is I believe the intention is good. I do believe the intention is good.
I agree.
Because there's a lot of people that are, I don't even want to say a part of the movement, but there's a lot of people, to put it bluntly, in that chat group that want the best for spinning without personal interest being realized.
Can I tell you something? Ask them all, what did Monde do wrong? Ask them all, what did Monde do wrong? And ask them, what did he do right? They will have maybe 1 or 0 of the wrongs. And then why do you hate a poor hawk so much?
You know, I said in the beginning
You
of
know
this,
what I mean? People tell them that if you don't add or consider Monde into this thing, then consider me out, or it's not a success. What do I have and what they don't have? Why they can't consider and realize that and learn to work as a unit? Vic,
See-
these people I'm talking about, when I was invited on shift, SABC, SABC2, it's people I would pick up a call and say, hey, I'm invited there. Please come join me. I never shown alone. I never owned spinning. I was invited in those interviews and I was inviting others.
as it should be, because, you know, Monde, spinning doesn't belong to not one individual. And this is, I firmly, firmly believe this. Spinning belongs to all of us. We all have contributed and we're all shareholders, if you want to call it, of spinning. I do believe that spinning needs unity in, I don't want to say specific organizations, but as a whole to move forward. When it comes to car spinning South Africa, I do believe the intentions are good. Whether the goal will be realized or not, time will tell.
You cannot copy and paste.
What do you mean?
What car spinning South Africa is doing,
GSA and other people
GSA tried and
I
other
agree.
people to do.
Agreed.
What a car spinning South Africa is trying to do is exactly what Monde was doing. Those people that have established car spinning South Africa, or that group, are people that now, because Monde is quiet and there's no movement, we don't know what's going on, they are threatened. Get this straight. They are threatened that now Monde has taken over. He got what he wanted. He wanted to own spinning.
Now, when
We
you
don't
mean
know.
that, you mean that is specifically in the light of MSA.
As you have said earlier, that a lot, not everyone,
No, a lot.
thought that I sold out spinning to MSA.
Okay. There was a lot of people thinking like that because they're not educated or informed.
Thank you.
In what is going on.
Thank you. And instead of allowing space and learn to listen, you go vocal. How a leader are you if you cannot accept defeat? Because a true leader is not a winner. A leader is not a winner, is a person who falls and wakes up. I don't want to make an example and quote, but a leader is not a winner. I have failed many times. I wake up and I brush the dust and continue with my journey. I don't fall and say, I'm no more part of this thing. And after 2 weeks, when the dust settles down, I'm up and loud again. That is me. I'm not that person.
Monde, I've got to wrap this up. I really don't want to, but I have to because I don't know how many episodes we're going to have to cut this into. Monde, promise me and promise the people that are watching Spin Sessions that you'll come back because there's a whole bunch of other stuff we need to talk about.
You know, do spin sessions such that people can post you questions and comments. Ask me those questions. What people ask about me and spinning. Because maybe you don't have questions, then ask them.
I have so many questions.
To post you questions so that they are happy and satisfied about this uneducated mentality of power hunger. Always remember, you must always remember, you cannot feed others. You cannot first start by feeding others. if your stomach is empty.
Sure.
I'm not hungry, Vic Pardal. I am not hungry, and I can never steal from people because I'm not hungry. I can rather provide
For other people.
for other people. Always remember those things. A hungry person can never be a good leader. Never. Thank you, sir.
Before you go, what positive words do you have for the community of spinning in South Africa and across our borders in Africa?
Spinning is a winner. Spinning needs unity. Spinning is, we're losing the grip, Vic, of spinning because of unnecessary, uneducated politics in South Africa. The world is embracing spinning.
Absolutely.
The world is taking it from us slowly but surely. And those who think we are sellouts, not seeing who the real sellouts are, because there are people now who have taken spinning direct to white people that are even advertising for those white people, that have agreements with white people. I don't have agreements with white people at Wheelz N Smoke. I'm the only one. I make my own decisions with the assistance of Temba and Ayanda. That is why I'm so successful.
Salute, Monde.
Thank you, sir.
I will have you back on Spin Sessions without a shadow of a doubt.
Thank you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And again, not disrespecting
No, no disrespect. Open
any
platform,
other
though.
spinner out there. I know, Vic, and they know also. I love them so much and I respect them so much. But if you have something against me, sorry, my dear friend. Go sleep peacefully.
Salute. I don't know how many times, I don't know how we're going to even cut, edit, and put this together, but ladies and gentlemen, that was the deepest, most interesting conversation I've shared in the Spin Sessions HQ with Monde. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're enjoying, I don't know, maybe 2, 3, 4 podcasts, but we're going to cut and edit it and take the time, hook up onto someone's Wi-Fi and watch this, because people need to know and be informed and educated about the history of its spinning, about its forefathers, its leaders, and the guys that have grown spinning to where it is today. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, one love and unity in South Africa. My name is Vic Pardal. I'm out of here.